Good evening and welcome to Indian Wells on this quarterfinals day, and we have the last of the quarterfinals for you this evening. It should be a cracking match indeed. Let's have a look at the order of play. You can see 3 quarterfinals already completed. Yevgeny Kavelnikov beating Jan-Michael Gamble. Leighton Hewitt taking care of Nicholas Escudé in pretty decisive fashion. Then we had a quite thrilling match between Pete Sampras and Patrick Rafter. Both men playing at the very peak of their form. It was a magnificent encounter. Sampras getting home 6-4 in the third. So Sampras will play Kavelnikov, and Hewitt awaits the winner of tonight's match between Nicholas Lepenti and Andre Agassi. The sun is setting here in Indian Wells, which means the stars will soon be out. And there's no bigger star in tennis than Andre Agassi. Andre's been in fine form this week. In round 2, he took care of Tommy Haas, much to Haas's frustration. And not content with beating one German, Agassi beat another. This time his victim was Nicholas Kiefer. Now he faces Nicholas Lepenti, who set up the chance of reaching the semis here for a second straight year by beating 10th seed Tim Henman in round 3. So it's Lepenti against Agassi. What better way to start a Friday night? That's the trophy they're after. Yes, a very good evening from me, David Mercer, as we await the appearance of the players for this, the last of the quarterfinals. There's confirmation of the lineup for tonight's match. The winner of this match will go through to play Leighton Hewitt. Now we are expecting perhaps the wind to be a slight factor this evening. It's got up a little bit in the day. The lights, of course, on. 22 kilometers an hour now, the wind from the northwest. Still 76 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's still pretty warm. Partly cloudy. It started off very cloudy this morning when we woke up and we thought, what's going on here? It's not bad to be cloudy in the Californian desert. Well, the sun came up and burnt away the clouds, and we had a perfect afternoon, and the brilliant sunshine matched the brilliance of the match between Rafter and Sampras. Tonight's match will be a very different one, of course. Those two both serve and volleyers. And tonight, 2 men who are basically at home at the baseline. So why don't we... Here they come. Andre Agassi leading the way. So as the players make their entrance, it's time for our match commentator to make his entrance. The tennis correspondent of the London Sunday Times, Richard Evans.
Thank you, David, and welcome to the night session at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. Fans eagerly and anticipating another performance of Andre Agassi's, the kind that he's produced so far this week. He's yet to win this title, but he's starting to look as if he might be playing well enough to do it this year. And following Pete Sampras' performance against Patrick Rafter earlier in the afternoon, it is not going to be easy for anyone wanting to stop Pete. Here's the man who wants to stop Agassi, and there's Agassi. Nicholas Lepenti from Ecuador. Chatting to umpire.
And television change your
between the two of them here. This one is Lars Graf. And it looks as if Nepenti has won the toss. Decided to choose his end. Lars Graf well wrapped up for the evening. It's a bit chilly sitting up in that chair. David Mercer will probably do it. It's all right for the players, they're running around. Andre Agassi preferring his Undertaker's uniform for the time being. Black. He's got white socks. Why doesn't he go the whole hog? Michael Gamble has black socks. So I don't quite understand why Andre Agassi's got white socks, but there you are. And they're all in white. There's a bit of a contrast. Looking very fresh indeed. As the young Ecuadorian Nicolas Nepenti, popular member of the tour.
2001 season with exciting stops in Miami, Monte Carlo, Hamburg, Montreal, Cincinnati, and the championship.
The ripe old age of 30.
In Sydney.
Currently #1 on the Champions race. That's for results of 2001 only. Gustavo Kuerten is the actual world #1, but on the basis of having won the Australian Open, which earned him a sack full of points, Agassi is #1 in the Champions race. Been around a long time now, turned pro in 1986, seems another age. Apart from that Australian Open triumph, he was a finalist at San Jose, California, and got Rory Brzezinski in straight sets. His best results here, just 2 appearances in the final. But he was anxious to overcome his first round because it was Hicham Arazi of Morocco who beat him here last year in the first round. So he took care of business there, and then Tommy Haas in straight sets. Then Nicholas Kiefer delayed him slightly longer, but he was in control of the third set and moved through against the second German he had to face in succession. 6-4.
Sunday. This evening, Wells are very confident Lucio Amarani's concert here.
Nicholas Nepenti, 24 years of age. Born and raised, living in Guayaquil, Ecuador, where Ecuador's great tennis players come from. Only 102 in the Champions race for this year, which means he hasn't really got started, but he's played the best tennis of this year here, without any doubt. Already collected over $3 million in prize money and just 3 singles titles. Semi-finalist here last year, which means he's defending a stack of ranking points. He'll be anxious to get at least as far as that again. Otherwise, his entry system ranking points will fall off. It is the 52-week-a-year rotating system. And early round results. The big win was against Magnus Norman in the first round, 6-1, 6-1, and the last 2 sets was unbelievable. I don't know what happened to Norman, but he doesn't usually lose set 6-1. Anyway, Nepenti gaining confidence from that. Moved on to take care of another Swede, Jonas Björkman, in straight sets, and then played a very steady match while Tim Henman self-destructed at the other end of the court. Took out the British #1, 6-4, 6-4. They played 3 times, and Andre Agassi has won on each occasion. 98 Scottsdale was the first time. And Paris indoors, 1999, and again, just a ago. Lapenti qualified for the year-end championships for the first time.
Was consistent 24-year-old
won that very handily indeed. 6-1, 6-2. Only one set. Penty has taken off Agassi by 3 metres. There's Lars Graf. You see him already. That was in Paris when Agassi won 3-6, 6-3, 6-2. So Penty does not have a great record against Andre Agassi. Can he do anything about that tonight? We're here to find out.
This winner of 45 titles in his illustrious career is also one of only 5 players to have completed the career Grand Slam by winning the Australian, French, Wimbledon, and U.S. Open titles. He has 10 Tennis Master Series titles. The former world #1 led the champions race for 11 weeks during the season. And he reached the quarterfinal round with a 3-set victory over German Nicholas Kiefer yesterday. He's a crowd favorite now on his 16th career on tour. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for our number 4 seed, Andre Agassi.
There is Andre acknowledging his fan club scattered around the stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Had their early dinner. And there's Lapenti's coach in the centre, Patricio Rodriguez, one of the most experienced coaches on the tour. He cut his teeth after his playing career ended by coaching Jose Luis Clerc, one of the greatest players ever to come out of South America, and then was with Jaime Izaga of Peru for a number of years before taking charge of Lapenti. And there is the well-known figure of Brad Gilbert, talking as ever. He really stops talking. Gil Race looks as if he's heard it all before. Gil Race is one of Andre Agassi's best friends, and has that nice broad chest that sort of enables him to act as Andre's bodyguard as well.
First set, Nicolas Lapenti, 2-0.
So Lapenti, who for some unknown reason likes to wear his hat back to front.
Ready?
This is one little piece of eccentricity, actually, because he's quite a conservative young man in many ways. But here he is, serving to Andre Agassi. First double fault. He's actually my kind of guy, Nicolas Lapenti. Apart from being a very civilized young man, he likes slow music and doesn't like video games. Agassi mishitting on his backhand service return. He'll be keen to correct that. In the face of some pretty fierce hitting from Andre Agassi, but he gets the American on the defensive and moves inside his baseline to put that away very sweetly indeed.
First game. Andre Agassi. Thirteen. Game Agassi. One game. Lovely team. Fifteen all. 30-15. Third. 14. Agassiz 2 games to 1.
Kafelnikov at the top of that list, having beaten Jan-Michael Gamble today. And Pete Sampras coming through a magnificent encounter with Patrick Rafter, 6-4 in the third. And this match to determine who meets Leighton Hewitt, having, after the Australian straight set win over the Frenchman Nicolas Escudé, who contrived to lose his first 4 service games of the match and never really recovered.
Take a seat, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Take any seat, please. Players ready. Thank you.
Little confusion as to where they should sit, holding up proceedings. Are we ready? To the line, because the 30 to 15 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 to the line, because Oh, he was just very close call. Enormous amount of underspin and side spin Lepenti puts on his backhand on occasion.
13-15.
And it almost fooled Agassi to the extent that he didn't bring the ball back sufficiently, but the linesman thought that he clipped the line and he got the point.
Left for service.
And Lepenti's on the end of that, but then it was too short and he had no chance of getting over the other side. Agassi to move on to a 3-1 lead.
Love 15.
Ball skids a little bit when it hits the white of the line, and Lepenti is already a little fussed by the whole situation.
Now 13.
Just now. Lepenti making the mistake of forcing a little bit too hard. When you're playing Andre Agassi, you know that the shots have got to be of high quality, otherwise they're going to come back with interest. And Lepenti not quite finding his range.
Love 14.
Double fault number 4. To give Agassi 3 break points to take a 4-1 lead in this first set. See line up this big forehand. Defensive slice from Lepenti, but it can't do anything to prevent Agassi getting into the net, sneaking in behind that big forehand to put away the backhand volley like that, as the net cam shows you. Still in place. Obviously Steffi likes it. Oh, we've got an earring in Lepenti's ear as well. Very much the fashion on the tennis circuit, definitely. And
Time.
And there is Steffi. Sad thought that Steffi's not fit enough to play tennis anymore. Various injuries have really prevented her stepping on a court, not just competitively, I understand, but being able to play the game at all at the moment. Hopefully that will change. A variety of knee and ankle injuries that terminated her career, possibly a little bit before she would have liked.
Lovely team.
At the end, Steffi Graf just said she was fed up with having to worry about which part of her body was going to hurt next. And the struggle became more than someone who'd won as much in both titles and money as she had felt was worthwhile. Keep his eye on the ball and doesn't get his feet in the right position, then that is what is going to happen. We saw some of those from Nicolas Escudé earlier today as he struggled against Leighton Hewitt, ultimately losing. This stadium court takes a little bit of getting used to. Plays very differently as far as vision is concerned from outside courts. Much smaller. The actual playing area surrounding the court is considerably tighter, and it takes a little while to get your sighting.
.40-18.
Rare unforced error from Andre Agassi.
Game Agassi.
So Agassi moves on.
Agassi leads 5 games to 1.
The last time they met in Hanover in the round robin of the ATP World Championships, the first set went to Agassi 6-1. Is that going to be the score here? We shall see.
Love 15.
On the run, he was controlling the point.
Love,
he was moving
13.
Agassi this way and that, and then he just couldn't maintain it. Goes for the difficult shot, the one down the line over the high part of the net, and puts it straight into the net. So Agassi 2 points away from the first set.
left for service. (15-30).
Agassi saying, how could I miss that? Well, it's been done. Well, that's allowed Lopenti to get back from love 30. Can he prevent Agassi reaching another break point?
(40-30).
Looking to a better. Second ace of the match. Too good from Andre Agassi. Unbelievable penetration he gets on the run and the angle to go with it. Smack on the line, and you really can't do much with that. That's what makes Agassi such a great player. One of only 4 players in history to have won all 4 Grand Slam titles.
Fault.
In fact, he's the 5th.
Advantage, Lopenti.
Rod Laver won the 4 Grand Slam titles all in 1 year. Therefore, they are the only 2 male Grand Slammers, as we call them. But Fred Perry and Roy Emerson also won all 4 at some time or another. And Andre Agassi joined them in 1999.
Game, Lopenti.
So Lopenti with a nice whip forehand manages to hold off Andre Agassi in his first set.
Agassi leads 5-5. New balls, please.
A lot of unforced errors spilling from Lopenti's racket this evening as he tries to come to terms with his opponent and the setting. He should be relatively used to playing in here because he was a semi-finalist here last year. But he is a frustrated young man tonight. He has a younger brother, Giovanni, of great promise, more naturally talented than Nicholas, as Nicholas is ready to concede. A giant of a young man at 17, already about 6'3", left-hander. Played Davis Cup against Britain at Wimbledon and won the 5th and deciding round from 2 sets to love down against Arvin Palmer, only a month after he'd walked on a grass court for the first time in his life. So it was quite an achievement from the young Lopenti. There's even a younger brother than that, a 9-year-old who, needless to say, wants to become a tennis player. So here's Andre Agassi serving for the set.
15 love.
That's delaying the proceedings unnecessarily. A double fault from Agassi. His first of the match. Can't control the slice. Yeah, have a practice. So here we are, 2 set points for Andre Agassi.
Game, first set, Agassi.
Agassi has the first set in just 28 minutes.
6 games to 2.
Andre Agassi starting off the year, winning the Australian, defending his title, in fact, in Australia. And one wonders whether he will go on to have a more successful year than he did in 2000, when he failed to maintain that good start down under. Lost his direction, got a little bit tired, a little bit injured, and then had family health problems that distracted him from the task in hand. And the semi-final at Wimbledon was really his best showing after that. He lost that classic against Patrick Rafter. But what a contrast that was to his year of 1999, when after reaching the 4th round of the Australian Open, he won Roland Garros. He was a runner-up at Wimbledon, and he won at the US Open. And there we have the first set of statistics. Agassi serving at a pretty good percentage of 60%, and the unforced errors heavily weighted against Nicolas Lopenti. And it was Agassi's victory at Roland Garros that put him up there amongst that elite quintet who won all 4 Grand Slam titles. But, as we said, he's still looking for his first title here at Indian Wells. Not just here at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, but anywhere this tournament had been played in the Coachella Valley. 4 different venues, although he would have only have played in 3 of them. So here we go with the second set, and Lopenti starts as if he means business with his 3rd ace. Right onto the baseline. perfection for a forehand.
Let for service.
Showing all his skills.
15-30.
Lopenti does well, really, under the barrage, and that was a good defensive backhand, but couldn't do anything about the reply. Just too good from Agassi, creating the angle.
Third all.
Well, the net post got in the way.
30-40.
Here we see the incredible angle conjured up by Andre Agassi, and Lopenti almost hitting the net post.
Game, Agassi.
There you are, Agassi turning defence into attack and securing the early break at the start of the second set.
First game, second set.
First 6-2. Andre Agassi. He was actually born in Las Vegas. His family are of Armenian descent. His father boxed for Iran in the Olympics before emigrating to the United States, and then went into the casino business while coaching his little toddler of a son.
Love 15.
There's Brad Gilbert, who's well content with the evening's work so far. Agassi's coach, former Pepperdine University player, who rose to #4 in the world. And that's going into the night
15
sky
all.
and not coming down into the tennis court. Thank you.
30-15.
And a coach with more problems on his mind. Patricio Rodriguez, a Chilean who's worked with Argentines, Peruvians, and now Ecuadorians.
30 all.
Create angles like that.
40, 30.
Quite simple. It's the creation of the angle that's difficult.
Cheers.
So Lopenti striving might and main to stay with Andre Agassi. It's a terribly tough task, but all you can say is he's doing his best.
Advantage, Agassi. Game, Agassi.
And Agassi increasing his lead in the second set.
Agassi leads 2 games to love. Love 15. Love 30.
And Lopenti is just rooted to the spot, watching Agassi stroke that backhand away for a clean winner.
Love 40.
And Lopenti absolutely furious with his inability to play at anywhere near his best standard of tennis. And of course you have to be at your very best to have any kind of chance of beating Andre Agassi. Well, got all too excited about another 3 break points. Lovely topspin lob from Nicholas Lipenti. Saving another break point.
30-40.
Good defensive backhand, and Agassi's backhand volley just wasn't good enough. But still break point.
Cheers.
And so, break point number 3 goes begging. Ruining Agassi's 100% record on break point conversions before this game.
Advantage, Agassi.
So once again, Agassi has a break point. The 4th of this game.
Game, Agassi.
There we are. Took him longer than he might have expected, but he got there in the end. Another break of serve for Andre Agassi.
Agassi leads 3 games to love.
Agassi in charge of this match. Smashing winners left, right and centre. Down the line, thank you very much. Where was Lipenti? Not at home. And that is what he thinks of the situation. They'll probably have a word for it in Ecuador, but I don't know it. Very high percentage of first serves from Andre Agassi. But Agassi doesn't go for blockbusters. He's only interested in making his opponent play, keeping the ball deep, moving the serve around.
Time.
And there you see this magnificent stadium. Crowds about 8% up overall on last year. Of the first 11 sessions we had, 8 were records for not just here at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, but of course for the entire tournament, wherever it has been played around this Californian desert area. So another successful Charlie Pasarell extravaganza here. 10 days of tennis in the desert. There's a wonderful tennis museum they've constructed just behind this stadium. Lots of old artifacts.
Love it.
Agassi errs off the forehand. backhand. Bringing the ball down from high.
15 all.
Sort of tennis Andre Agassi played when he first burst onto the scene in the late 80s. Just two shots, taking his opponent completely out of the point. And he does it by taking the ball so early. That has always been the secret of Andre Agassi's success, standing inside his baseline, taking the ball on the rise, and giving his opponent that couple of seconds less time to get into position and to play the ball. At that time, Lepenti was very much in position and played it beautifully. Straight down the line. One of the best shots the Ecuadorian has produced tonight. Clipping the line, and it's got him to 30 all on the Agassi serve.
(40-30). Game Agassi. Agassi leads 4 games to love.
So it's turning out to be a very pleasant evening for Andre Agassi. 6-2 for love, and the 24-year-old Ecuadorian simply outclassed.
Let for 6. Love 15. $15 all. $30-15. $30 all.
Cleanly, like Andre Agassi did.
30-40.
Nothing anyone can do about it. Look how far he stepped in to take that ball on the rise, massacre a second serve. Break point again.
Game Agassi.
And Agassi moves ahead 5 love.
Magazine each, 5 games to love.
Well, he's only been out there 52 minutes, Andre Agassi, and he's given us a masterclass in how to demoralize an opponent. And it's a moment like these that you wonder what you're supposed to do on a tennis court. Run out of ideas, run out of options. And all you can do is hope for the end to come mercifully fast. However, the tennis scoring system is such that it is never over till it's over. There have been greater comebacks from further down than this, but I don't think we're about to see one. Joe Fernandez was once down 6-love.
Time.
5-1, I think it was, and 3 match points against Gabriele Sabatini at Roland Garros, and somehow managed to win it. And I think Agassi is about to serve for the match and complete the victory. Let Nicolas Lopenti prove us wrong.
Love 15.
First point to Lopenti.
Love 30.
Is losing his focus. Couple of errors and Lopenti's got love 30.
Love 40.
Well, it really isn't over till it's over, is it? 3 break-back points for Nicolas Lopenti. The first he's had on Agassi's serve the entire match.
15, 14.
He's missed one of them.
Game, Lopenti.
And for the 4th time in the game, Agassi puts his forehander backhand into the net. And Nicolas Lopenti has got himself in the scoreboard.
Agassi leads 5 games to 1. Love 15. Love 30.
So Andre Agassi, having failed to serve for the match, is now just 2 points away from victory against the Lopenti serve.
Love 40.
Double fault number 5 really sort of sums up Lopenti's evening. It gives Agassi 3 match points. Still probably won't take the match into the second hour.
Game, set and match.
Beautiful forehand to finish it off.
Agassi wins by 2 sets to none. 6-2, 6-1.
Andre Agassi, and it took him 59 minutes to move into the semi-finals, where Leighton Hewitt awaits him. The ultimate showman attending to his public. And a sad evening for Nicholas Lopenti. He's a better tennis player than that, but his record against Andre Agassi continues to be rather worse than awful. 4th consecutive loss, and he's still only won 1 set in those 4 meetings. And so 20 unforced errors. Agassi contributed a few just at the end to balance things out, but he served very consistently at 62%, and Lopenti desperately needed first serves and didn't get them.